Hey, I'm Kern and I'm the founder of Speckled, the tool that helps PMs build the right thing at the right time. Today we're going to be talking about how to unbloat a product. We're going to be talking about why it can be difficult to remove features, but how doing so can make your product more focused, less cluttered. And we're also going to be talking about the 3 steps that you're going to need to take in order to remove a feature from your product. You've probably been building your product for a while, and you've just recently come to the realization that it's become a little bloated, a little bit clunky. The interface is cluttered. There are features that people don't use, and some of them have become a bit expensive to maintain. Now, you've become an unfortunate victim of feature creep. And don't worry, it happens to the best of us. But now you know it's time to cut the cruft and remove some features. But how do you do this? What if customers become irate? What if you break customer workflows? What if you accidentally take down other parts of the app? There are a few things that can go wrong, but with a little bit of planning, you can mitigate pretty much all of them. Now, however challenging, unbloating a product definitely makes for a better experience for nearly everyone. There's less confusion as to what a user should do on a screen since there's less clutter. There's more focus on the core task. The demands on customer support drop, workflows become simpler, and developers are happy that they don't have to maintain yet another feature. So how do you start unbloating a product? Well, there are 3 steps that we're going to cover. The first one is to identify the feature you'd like to remove. The second one is to prepare to sunset it. And the third step is to finally turn it off. So step 1, identify the feature you'd like to remove. Some criteria for this include unused features, features that don't align with your product vision, complicated features, features that require a lot of engineering time. Once you've identified your feature or features to remove, it's time to move on to step 2. And this is to start sunsetting it. Now, if you don't have any usage analytics on the features that you would like to sunset, now is the time to put them in place. What you want to do is we want to get a list of the people who are using that feature and send out communications to them through multiple channels to let them know that, hey, we're going to be turning this feature off in the next X days, weeks, or months. And then you're going to actually do it when you say you're going to do it. You're going to use a feature toggle. There are plenty of them out there, like open source ones that you can use, or your developers can create their own functionality. But you're basically going to go ahead and toggle this feature off. And the people who relied it are going to come out of the woodwork. They're going to talk to customer support. And then you're going to be able to toggle it on specifically for them. And most feature toggle functionality should be able to do this. That's the end of step 2, preparing to sunset the feature. All right, so step 3, prepare to turn off the feature. You now have your feature toggled off for almost everyone and toggled on for only a select few people who are using it. And now how you approach this step really depends on how many people have decided they still need this feature on. If there aren't a lot of people using it, especially if these people aren't your ideal user, consider ripping the Band-Aid off and just turning it off. Now, if you do have a bunch of people still using it and you don't want to just turn it off right away, you can take a phased approach. You can decide that, hey, we're going to turn this off in a few weeks or months, and here's the time that you have to get used to not having this feature. Or alternatively, you can just decide to keep it toggled on for those people and just wait until the last person who was using it stops using it, and then you can completely remove that feature from your code base. Totally up to you how you approach this preparing to turn it off step. We talked about why it can be difficult to remove features, but how doing so can make your product a lot more streamlined. And we talked about 3 steps that you'll need to take in order to turn a feature off. If you like this content, be sure to subscribe to our blog at getspeckled.com/blog. We have a newsletter that we send out every Sunday with the top 3 stories of the week, specifically for PMs at small software companies. And in the meantime, happy streamlining.